Hello there, it's Dom. I've got some AI updates for you. I'm going to start with AI generated supervillains for different countries. Those are generated using Stable Diffusion, MidJourney most likely, but it looks pretty cool. It's a Twitter thread where you can find different countries. Japan, United Kingdom, looks pretty cool. Mexico. There are other countries down there below, for example, Canada, Argentina, obviously. You've got Thailand, Morocco, Brazil, France, Germany, Poland. So I encourage you to check out the thread. We've got 200,000 views and you can check your country. Next, I want to talk about something that is very close to myself. Kazuki tweeted that he's working on building the digital clone model that you can chat with. It's a currently free private beta, so you need to ask to be put on the waitlist. Kazuki is building an GLASP. It's a really cool tool to highlight content on the internet whilst you're browsing. For example, digital clone, you can highlight the same way. Actually, it was probably inspired by Amazon Kindle. So you can highlight everything on the internet, and then you've got a repository of all your highlights, and it can build a graph and relationships between all of this knowledge, which is assigned to you. And then the tool, AI powered generative search engine for you, for your highlights, what is your knowledge. And that's the kind of way to achieve this immortality, because then you can have a conversation with this model based on this knowledge you acquired using this tool. Kazuki explained in the video exactly what it is. It's very early days. I recommend you to check this out. Right, next thing I want to talk about GPTDuck. Imagine the situation. This is the GPTDuck. You put the input as a GitHub repository, and then you ask the question against this repository. So for example, what is the temperature from AI model that using this project? And normally you need to do a code review, check all the files, the code, check out the settings, the configs, and you just ask the question and it get the answer. The only limitation is that 100 megabytes or 200 files per repository. So what I'm saying is, for example, another question: what is the OpenAI model behind this project? And then text DaVinci 003, and that is correct. It's like instantly answering the questions about the open source code. It's mind-blowing. Happy days. Move on. The next thing I want to talk about is what Jay tweeted. It's related to the previous thing I mentioned. We developers use Copilot, but there's a missing piece. You probably know that what's next coming. So here's the first version and implementation to create a PR using AI. And you can have a conversation with your code base. Here's the video describing how it works. So you have a field to ask the question about the code base, similar to the previous one. And then how can I change the front end to connect to Postgres port? Then it answer you how to do it, similar way how ChatGPT would do that. Then create a PR. So it's a next level. So I just encourage you to check this out. This tweet, by the way, we've got 350,000 views. Next thing is a blog post that was shared by CEO of Vercel, Guillermo. He's a creator of Next.js. He's saying that AI will turn everyone into developer. I totally agree with that. Well, maybe not everyone, but it can. Basically, it can. There's a link to the blog post. So Pablo wrote a blog post that he created a blog page, obviously, but he done it in 2 days using OpenAI. And what I want to say, OpenAI, for what? Well, building the whole new site took me about 2 days. Seriously, it may not sound like a lot to you, but it's a remarkable achievement for someone like me who does not code daily. That's really important. Like, if someone is not hands-on, just dropping in and coding is like you hit the wall. I have used it extensively to customize the app created from Next.js template, and ChatGPT helped me immensely to write Tailwind, TypeScript, and other Next.js code when I hit a wall. Yeah, exactly. If you're a full stack developer or a backend developer, you probably don't know Tailwind a lot or other stuff, and ChatGPT can help you. ChatGPT provided me with an augmented developer experience. Right, move on. The next thing is, my own tweet. Most developer actually thinks that ChatGPT is the best thing. It's amazing. In 5 days, reach 1 million people. To Facebook, it took 10 months to reach 1 million people. So it's, amazing. But what I'm trying to say is that OpenAI Playground is much more advanced. You have other models available in Playground. With Playground, you have much more options. You can set temperature, switch models between whatever, depends what you want. With ChatGPT, you've got just one model when you can make a conversation with this one model. That's it. That's why I'm tweeting about that and saying that people overrate ChatGPT and underrate the Playground. We're going to see this more in this year. Okay, let's move on. Now, this is quite cool. We're still in ChatGPT. Bilal tweeted that he's working on and created actually a business around it to create a GPT hotline using WhatsApp. And check this out. So basically, it's a WhatsApp bot attached to ChatGPT, and you can just write a message and then get the response back. There you go. And ChatGPT have got millions of users, but WhatsApp got hundreds of millions of users. Let's move on. MidJourney Discord server has 7.5 million members. Like, this is mind-blowing. I'm there for a few weeks now, and I just spot the number of members. Like, I'm not even talking about that more than 500,000 are online at one point. I'm going to put it into perspective. GitHub got 100 million accounts, right? So it's already 7.5% of GitHub. And MidJourney opened beta on July 12, 2022. So it's half a year. And they already have got 7.5 million users, just to show you the perspective. Cool. Let's move on. The next is Steven from Vercel tweeted the thread with list of all the cool AI new projects that were created on Vercel platform. I'm showing you this because, well, first of all, this tweet got 500,000 views. So if you're building something with Next.js, you can just attach to the thread. But there's a list of quite a lot of new projects in a very early stage, and it's a goldmine. If you're a venture capitalist, just go through the list from the top to bottom, see what's going on, who's building what. So strongly encourage you, check this tweet. Cool. Let's move on. Next thing is top 11 predictions for AI in 2023 by Midas, this account. It's pretty cool, and I agree with most of it. So I want to go through one on one and say it because that's quite amazing. GPT-4 is around the corner. Yeah, that's the first one. Like, this shit's coming, and it will make ChatGPT look like a toy. I totally agree. It's probably, we're looking at general artificial intelligence, like some form of consciousness, or at least not short-term but long-term memory. Like the conversation you're gonna have with this AI model gonna probably, make fine-tuning in real time and learning based on the conversations. Google starts providing access to its latest AI technology. Yes, Google is a sleeping giant. Like, you need to understand that people from the industry saying that OpenAI is threatening Google search. Like, why would you search for something? Why would you Google something if you can ask ChatGPT and get direct answer? OpenAI is collaborating with Microsoft, and basically they're running Microsoft Azure infrastructure, and Microsoft is probably thinking to embed ChatGPT or OpenAI technology in Microsoft to compete with Google. Like, this is really serious. But what I'm trying to say is that Google is not showing their cards. Like, they're not openly, showing what they have. Okay, DeepMind, AlphaFold, they producing quite a lot of papers, but it's all academic. It's not like retail, like OpenAI took over the world. So I think we're gonna see a battle between OpenAI and Google. OpenAI backed by Microsoft. Next, chatbots become widespread. Oh my god, obviously. I created myself a chatbot template just to make it, actually, let's see, Vercel AI. So yeah, this template. AI ChatGPT chatbot example. You can see the repository and deploy it to Vercel. You can see the demo here. You can basically deploy this with Next.js, Tailwind, Vercel in a matter of minutes, seconds. Right. I think chatbots gonna be everywhere for the commercial, for every e-commerce, every business gonna have chatbots. There will be two different kinds of chatbots. First, it's gonna be prompt driven, and then second option would be fine-tuned model with embeddings or train for a domain-specific knowledge. Okay, next will be regulators in developed countries start paying significant attention to the AI industry. Yes, nothing to add here. Elon Musk's dream. Move on. Venture capitalists invest heavily in AI. Oh my god, yes. 2023 is gonna be similar to crypto in 2021. Even in this crisis and bear market, I think if you've got an idea, you want to create startup this year with AI, you're not going to have a problem with funding. The AI revolution starts with everything becoming centered on AI. Very true. You know what? I recently had a discussion with the real estate investors. I call it a boomer industry because it's boring, but it's what makes you money. And the folks are so hyped that AI gonna swoop the real estate industry. So yeah, it's happening. Cool. So that was the top 11. The next thing is quantum computer can break RSA. A group of Chinese researchers is trying to break and really are close to break the 2048-bit RSA. This is very significant, a security thing. If that's gonna happen, then the amount of compute that needs to be, actually, let me show you. Let's go to ChatGPT. How long it take to break RSA? Let's try it. It is difficult to accurately estimate how long, as it depends on the resources. However, it is generally considered securely. Okay. How many years it takes to break 2048-bit RSA? By the way, did you just notice that I said it myself? Yeah, this is actually, let's actually show you something. This is what I'm trying to say about, I'm going to use Playground instead of ChatGPT. It's a thing that will take billions of years. There you go. See the difference between ChatGPT and Playground? That's a massive difference. So billions of years, and they saying that they're close to break it. That means that they only need a quantum computer with 372 qubits, which is well within what's possible today. So this is an immense amount of compute power. And obviously it's a huge security risk, but what I'm trying to say is that that level of computation should allow real-time voice to text to image to video AI model operate. It's really hard to operate in real time, for example, to generate a simulation like me, right? That I use voice, a video, I'm moving, so it wouldn't be possible to have a conversation with the model like me in real time, because it's a tremendous amount of computation. So yeah, we are already using quantum computing. So yeah, that's the meme. Cool. Let's move on. And the last thing I want to say, because there's quite a lot of news going on with AI. One might be worried that artificial intelligence will replace us, have some fears that we're not going to be needed, right? So I'm here to tell you that that's not true. And I'm going to explain you why, my thought process. AI will do the hard work, the dirty work. You don't want to do the repetitive work. AI will do that. If you can drive a lorry for 8 hours, 12 hours, that's fine. But why not just oversee how AI drives? Or if you're a software developer, you ask for the AI to write the code and then you code review it. Nice. And you can build more apps. You can build a lot of more stuff. If you're a designer, you're going to be a grand architect. Right. But someone might say AI will definitely replace our jobs. There will be way few people needed to oversee the AI than currently needed to complete the job. Fair point. And I'm saying yes, that's true, but only. AI could shrink job market, but only if the size of the economy remains the same as it is today. And I know that it will grow 10x from today with AI, as it did with the steam engines and when the computers took over in the 90s. Back then, with the steam engine, or in the 90s, like the boomers and my parents were very worried that computers will take their jobs. The same thing was said back, that smart computers would replace the jobs. Seriously, that was the same claim. Today we know that opposite happened, and there's more work. Like everyone works on the computer, with the computer, and the same will happen with AI. AI will amplify your work and will complement. And point number 4, this is crazy. Like, you know, I'm a software developer and it may sound strange, but QA testers are the best safe job right now, because, you know, code review is actually testing and reviewing what AI will do, right? So yeah, we're gonna all become testers. Right, and that was it. Thank you for watching.